I'm incredibly excited to be here. I think Tennessee has already taken some really important strides in the right direction in education reform, and I view my job as jumping in, speeding up that process, and making sure that we can get to the finish line. The goals that this state set for Race to the Top, I don't know how focused people are on what those numbers actually are. They're incredibly ambitious numbers. If we can achieve those goals, Tennessee will be in a different place than it is right now in education. So my job is to figure out how do we take all of the resources that we have at our disposal and channel them to make sure that those goals get hit, because it would make a huge difference in the lives of hundreds of thousands of kids in this state. I've been in education for 20 years now, and I started out as a classroom teacher. Taught bilingual first and second grade in Houston and in the inner city, which was an incredible experience and catalyzed a lot of my thinking on education, both my understanding of the challenges of what it's like to be a classroom teacher, but also just an enormous sense of possibility that when we give kids what they really deserve, that they can achieve at a high level on an absolute scale, regardless of where they come from, what their background is. And I bring that mentality, I think, to all of my work. I also went to law school and practiced law for a while with an education law practice in Washington, D.C., where we represented school districts and state departments of education in a broad variety of legal matters, which gave me a sense of some of the challenges that districts and states try to navigate, and then spent more than a decade at Teach for America, helping to grow Teach for America into what is now actually the leading provider of teachers into low-income communities across the country. And that was an incredible experience because it allowed me to work with about 30 different states and see a variety of different reform efforts on the ground. So Teach for America's work is focused on low-income communities. So it's focused on the school districts in the country that have had historically the hardest time attracting great new teachers into the profession. And I think working with these districts both has helped me understand the challenges, but working at Teach for America has helped me understand that a lot of times bringing fresh perspective to some of those challenges, fresh energy, can be really invaluable. One of the things that Teach for America has done is recruit incredibly bright, passionate, committed young people who otherwise wouldn't have gone into education and put them in classrooms with significant training and support. And I think I both have gained an incredible appreciation for how hard the job is in the classroom, but also I've just gained so much belief in our ability to transform districts and to transform education by bringing in great people and ensuring that they have really good management and ensuring that they are giving the kids what they deserve, and that all of our focus, top to bottom, is on students, on student achievement, on student outcomes. And I think when we bring that energy and we bring that focus, anything is possible. Number of things that are moving forward, many of which had started before I arrived, and now I've picked up where my predecessors left off. One, we're overhauling teacher and principal evaluation across the state. I'm very excited about the proposals that we're making on teacher and principal evaluation. We are going to have a unique system that looks at student achievement, so how much students are learning in a year, real data, and then combines that with classroom observations that provide a lot of feedback. So before, teachers, when they became veterans, were evaluated once every 5 years, believe it or not. And now they're going to be evaluated every year. And the purpose of the evaluation is not, oh, how do we figure out who's not doing a good job? It's actually the opposite. It's identifying the people who are really outstanding and making sure that we can put a spotlight on them, that we can learn from them, and also for the people who are doing a good job, that we're giving them feedback so that they can move from being good teachers to being great teachers. Because for too often we've sort of thrown people out into classrooms and wished them the best of luck. And I think the opportunity now to give people observations and feedback on a continuous basis, it's going to start the kind of dialogue that we need about how to make teaching and learning continue to get better.